Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer and another unboxing video. And today we're taking a look at A Message from the Stars, designed by Clarence Simpson and art is by Leonard Dupont. Now, this is a game by Allplay, and it is for, as you can see, 2 to 8 players, 45 minutes, and 11 years and up. All right, so this game right here, what do we got? Number one, we're going to receive a transmission. We're going to work cooperatively to decipher the message, and we're going to uncover the alien language and decode the secret message. So, we got a little ciphering game. I like it. Now, this is not one that I'd actually heard of, but I'll tell you what, it sounds really interesting. So, and I really do like cooperative games, and some cooperative deduction games like this are always really fun because you got to work together, you got to discuss things, you got to talk about what's going on, all that good stuff. Yeah, all the stuff that I really like in board games. Interaction, social interaction between people. So let's take a look what's inside this box. Alrighty. So we'll start right off from the top. We're going to get a nice little rule book right there. And it looks nice and short. Oh yeah, look at that, man. All right, so let's see. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. We'll just kind of scan it a little bit. We'll just kind of slowly get up. Little setup right there. Here's all your components. We got co-op. You can play teams. Oh yeah, a couple different ways to play this thing. All right, I'm kind of the co-op is what I'm kind of thinking of. Let's see if we can get all that in there. You guys can take a look at that. All right, good stuff. We got a little player screen and little tips and reminders in the back. Man, that, I'll tell you what, rules do not get really much more simple than that, but you do got a hard mode. All right. Okay, so looks like we got Allplay. Oh, what's this? We got a little advertisement for some shelves, some gaming tables, some premium bags. Oh, I always love good bags and play mats. I need some new play mats personally myself. All right, and some different games in their catalog. There you go. I like to show those every now and then. Now we're going to get some nice little player boards. Looks like a nice little paper right there, a little coffee stain for some of those of you who like it. Different stain on the back. All right. Nothing like throwing some stains right there on our board. So we're going to get 4 of those. Looks like we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dry erase pens. We've all seen what those look like. We don't need to look at those, right? Nah, I don't think so. All right. 1 big giant chunky dice. Probably all we need. Nice blue. I will tell you, I like that blue. We're going to get a couple of stands. So we must have some standees to mark something. I'm going to take a look at this because, you know, oops, it bounced in my garbage. All right, standees. All right, now, what do we got there? So it looks like it might be a little tight. So, but I don't see any notches in there where it can cause damage. Okay, so it might be all right. Depends on how they are. If I can put the standee in it and leave it in and never take it out, I think we're going to be fine. And it looks like we've got some Ziploc bags of various sizes. Whew, you know, I got the screen just a little bit closer than normal today, and it's kind of showing. All right. Now, let's take a look at our cards, which aren't really wanting to come apart on me. So let's see if I can not, you know, cut my finger open. That would be bad, especially when we're coming into golf league season. Whew. All right, that'd be really bad. My golf partner would be mad at me. Now, I have no idea what any of these cards are going to have to do. Well, let's see. All I know is we got letters on the back all the way up to Z. So it looks like we've got a 26 card deck. If I put them right side up, it might be better. So we're going to have some common, some uncommon, some tough. All right, so what do the back sides look like? All right, so it looks like we're going to have some little funky letters inside there. Not sure what, no, this might be just graphic art. That might, I don't know. I think this is the back of the card. I'm almost kind of thinking that's the back of the card. I don't know. Got some Q's, some R's, some T's, and yeah, that's, okay, that's what you get. You get a little deck of cards that's got that on it. Now, what are we going to get here? And this looks like it has a little thing that I can peel. Okay. This game is really starting to intrigue me. Of course, that rule book was short enough, I probably could have read it to you. And we would have just known how to play this. But that's all right. That's not what we're here for. We're here to look at this stuff. That's what we want to look at. We just want to look at this stuff. Now, what are we going to have here? We're going to have some pads for writing. And it looks like we've got several. I don't know what difference any of these would be to anything for those. Now, let's take a look at these. Oh, that's right. I think I remember seeing something on this, and you have to pick 3 different letters, and you got to try to use your symbols to figure out what's what and everything else. So, yeah, these are the cards with all the different words that you're trying to get the other team to guess or something like that? All right. So we'll just take a fast little look at those. Okay. You know, you can always pause if you know what, these are just words, glue, tape. You know, what kind of stuff are we looking at on these? Some of these words are going to be real whitewash. I mean, tinkerers. Man, you got to try to get people to figure out some of these words. Whoa. Man, I'll tell you what. Graveyards. Okay, maybe I can think about that one a little bit. Tickling. There's some interesting words in here. All right. So, but some of those look very, very interesting. So I'm excited to kind of see how that plays out. All right, and I'm not really sure. I'm guessing one player, another player. That's what I'm kind of guessing on those. Not really sure. But let's take a look at what else we have in here. So, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a board. And, oh, it's a long board. Okay. Was absolutely not expecting that at all. So, let's see what we got. So, we have setup, round flow, and final guess. So, we've got our co-op section, and we got a team section down here. Now, this is cool because it looks like here you got your common, tough, tough, uncommon, but there's little sleeves there so you can slide cards is my guess. Okay. So this is going to be your trust +1, one for each present, and let's say amplify ×2, and this is going to be the other side of the board. All right. What's on the back of this thing? Gorgeous artwork. That's what's on the back of that thing. Oop, don't want to go that way, go that way. There you go. Yeah, take a look. Oh, all right, let's do this. Because you know how much I like art. All right, we're just going to pan and scroll. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. That is sweet looking. I really like the look of that. And let's see, make sure I fold it right so it doesn't crease. All right, that looks really super cool. I like that. All right, now we're going to get 4 boards, and I'm guessing every one of these boards are going to be exactly the same. And it looks like they're going to be 2 different sides for, yeah, I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's, I don't know, your color, the side that you're playing. But that's basically what you got. Oh, glare. Sorry about that. So you're probably marking off different things, trying to help figure out what everything's going to be, and yada, yada, yada. I don't know. Remember, there is a maximum of 1 tough/red letter in all 3. And there you go. So you got your, probably your, what is it, your commons, your uncommons, your black and reds are going to be your uncommons. Your reds are going to be your tough. So yeah. All right. And there you go. That's all there is to this game. Folks, there is not a lot in here. But you know what? These little deduction games like this, you know, kind of reminds me, you know, some of the other things like code names and some of those. There doesn't need to be a whole lot in there, okay? It's because the game, there's so much game usually in these because you never know what's going to come out. Oh, I mean, the replay on games like this is usually super high, super excited for that. So, all right, now, I'm just going to kind of stick this stuff in here like this right now. But off camera, I never found out where to use these. But off camera, I'm going to put everything in bags. I'm going to organize this stuff so this stuff doesn't slide anywhere. You guys don't need to watch me do that. These are probably going to go on the bottom so they stay nice and flat. But there's not a whole lot. You saw what's in here. There you go. There's actually, to me, as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot in here because each one of those cards has got a ton of names. And if you're picking one name per column, there's a lot there. So I'm excited to see how this one plays. Cooperative deduction, I'm curious about that. Competitive, I'm always curious about that one too. So this is going to be exciting to get to the table. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to know or played this game or know anything about this game or are excited about this game as much as I currently am right now after looking at it, please let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching.
Join the Superhero Registration Act. Never! Don't do drugs.